got that.
Oh! Okay, I need help.
Got him. Yes!
Get out the road! Get out the road! Get out the road! Dude, really? Thank you. These damn cows! Love to be right in the middle of everything. Now look at this unit. Stanced up. Same thing with that guy. There's so many cows, holy cow, holy cow. There's gotta be a little over 100 out in those fields. I must have let them all out on here. I haven't seen anybody doing anything over here, but I did just see a trailer, so that was parked out here. So maybe it has something to do with it? No idea. All I know is these guys like to hang out on the road, and the calves like to be all up in your business. Hello. Cows are so unimpressed, but also fascinated by everything. Like, we'll just be doing work and they'll sometimes walk right up to us. They won't let us touch them, but they'll walk right up to us and just like stare at what we're doing or get in our business. But when we're driving around, some of them will run up to the car, others will just like look at you like you're trash. Well, I've never had to deal with this at this place before, but we have a gate. That's good. Cows are loud today. Don't want any of these guys getting through, so I'm gonna try to get through here real fast. That gate was kind of a pain in the butt. There we go. We're at our native site now. It's a chilly morning actually. It's usually been like 80 degrees out, but our site's this way. Coming in on a diagonal a little bit here. There's a chestnut collared longspur right there. We might do a bird list today. Not sure though. Might be fun. Keep us focused. What the heck is this? There's like a million little pock marks out here. Like something dug up all this stuff. Oh, you know what? I think it's the ground squirrels that live around here, and they're digging up roots and stuff to eat or something. Man, that's a really pretty sunrise. Cameras never do any of these things justice, really. Okay, so we're in the plot now. We're gonna keep looking around for birds. It's a little early in the day for them to be singing, given the last schedule that we were on for them singing. So I'm not surprised I don't see any right now, but it doesn't really bode well. Like, they don't really like to be in like this sage. Sometimes you can smell it on the wind. I'm not smelling any now unless I find it in my hands. We like to check near these cow pies and stuff. They love the cow pies. That'll be my strategy for the morning until I see males flying. And when I see males flying, then I'll just follow them. And I think I'm starting to see them now. Looks like those birds I spotted were just chestnut-collared longspurs. Those are really cool birds, but they're not what we're looking for. They're very similar to the thick-billed longspur. They make a similar distressed call, which sounds like a little tick-tock noise. Okay, I just flushed a bird, but it looks to be a chestnut-collared longspur, so I'm not going to spend too much time looking for the nest. Oh, there it is. Just found it. There's the nest there. Got the parents. So I marked that nest on my GPS just in case. I'm gonna come back to it later just to make sure that they are chestnut collared. I'm almost 100% certain that they are, but I'm gonna check anyways. I was trying to get a scope in on the parents, but I couldn't really get a good view. The lighting was bad. I see a pronghorn running around out there. You guys definitely can't see that. It's way over there. Huh. Its feather is really fluffy. You can see how good the insulation is on this thing, because I can, like, it feels warmer immediately when I'm holding it. It's warm, like, just because it's fluffy and, like, has good insulation. It's I'm surprised that it's so warm when I held it. Yeah, we'll leave this here. Don't want to take feathers because that can be a big no-no. In case you're wondering what an angry curlew sounds like, that's what it sounds like. It's a long-billed curlew. We're probably near fledglings, and it's probably really angry at us for that. Considering it was completely silent until we just got here. But there's two of them, I see two now. It's mom and dad. So some time has passed, and I found only one thick-billed longspur, and it was a male, and he just wasn't really sticking around much. He was displaying, but I couldn't flush up any females. So I think that's a bust, basically. But I'm gonna continue searching this plot for a while. And I've noticed, I don't know if you can see that, I think you can now, that long line of clouds there is very low to the ground, and I see some more over there. It's very low, like incredibly low to the ground, and it's starting to drip low. And then if you look over this way, I don't know how well it shows up, but there's more clouds coming in, and there's a fog coming into this valley. And I don't know what the forecast is because I have no signal out here, but that looks like it could turn into rain. So if it starts to rain, I'm gonna probably try to get out of here because I don't want to be traversing the muddy roads in, well, anything, but definitely not the expedition we got over there. It's really pretty out here. Oh yeah, that fog is coming in low. That's cool looking. We're gonna keep on searching for a little less than an hour, and then we'll head on down the road here to the next spot. Just got done flushing that nest again. She scared the heck out of me, but I only saw the female for a little bit, took some pictures to try to ID her, but none of them were good. And then I stuck around in the little area for just a little bit, and a male came over, and it is a chestnut-collared longspur, so there is not a thick-billed longspur here, I don't think, or a nest. There's I'm stuck mostly on this side of the plot. Like there's stuff over there I can go to, but I've seen no birds over there. This fog is really starting to come in. It's really cool looking, but I don't think it's persisting because the temperature's starting to rise. And that over there is pretty dark though, but it's all high up clouds. I don't think it's going to be too much stuff here, but there are little wisps of lower clouds that are starting up here. And if those keep getting bigger, it might actually rain. Whoa. What the heck? What the hell did I just walk up on? Was this a nest? Oh, it must have been. I wonder what kind of bird this was. I'm gonna take some pictures real quick. It looks like we came across a depredated nest of some sort. Definitely larger than anything we're really looking for. But look at these eggshells. They are just, hold on. They're pretty big, they're pretty thick. I don't know what this belongs to. It doesn't really have many markings on it. I guess maybe those, nope, it just looks like it's plain white. Definitely just been snacked on. And there's a bunch of feathers here. Now I don't know if that's from a killed bird. I'd assume it is, but all these brown feathers, it's all like torn up. There's two things I think it could be. It could be a curlew and it could be a godwit, which makes sense because there's curlews that are down that way. But usually the curlews, as far as I know, they only have they don't have a lot of chicks, and they usually are they should be fledging right now. So that would be really late. Okay, next spot's a little bit down the road, not too far. We'll load up here and get down there, take a bit of a breather, get some water in us, drink some tea. I have Irish breakfast tea, not English, Irish breakfast tea. I usually drink Earl Grey, but I think I needed something stronger, and this looked like it was stronger. We're out at the next site, and as the camera was charging in the car for a little bit, we drove past a reservoir, and there were a bunch of birds in it, and there usually are in that one. There was a cormorant, a double-crested cormorant, hanging out at the top of one of these dead trees there, just right in the middle of the water. Bunch of mallards, 2 killdeer, and some ringneck ducks, another curlew, and some eared grebes. Eared grebes are always super fun for me to see because I like never see them anywhere else. Like, I'm from the Midwest and I don't see them there ever. There was one sandpiper there that I'm almost certain was a juvenile spotted sandpiper. I don't think it was small enough to be a least sandpiper. Now we're on the plot here and I hear birds displaying that way. This plot has more thick-billed longspurs than the last one for sure. Now, does it have any females or nests? Don't know yet. I've been scouring this hillside here because this is where I'm finding them all. And they're kind of moving away from me and off plot, and it doesn't look too promising right now. I definitely think if I spent enough time out here, I might find something, or if I was to be able to go maybe up to the top of this this hillside. That's kind of where they're landing. But I'm just doing walks along here to try to flush up anything. And I'm actually getting hit with a couple drops of rain. The past week has been super dry and really hot. And then the wind started picking up, so I started thinking maybe something will come through. And when some temperature changed a bit, that meant okay, there could be some clouds coming in. I didn't know if there would be rain, but now that I'm thinking about it, a temperature drop this dramatic after having days where even in midnight or like 3 a.m. the coldest temperature it was out was like 75 degrees for like 3 nights in a row, and now it's 55 degrees. That's kind of asking for a change in the weather. And I expected clouds. I don't know why I didn't expect rain. It looks really pretty. I love how it looks. And I'm out by myself and it's just like some very surreal feeling out here. But The big problem with it is that if it rains, all of the 2 tracks are going to get muddy, and that makes it hard to get in and out of here. So it's good that we're out here today on native looking for nests, and some of my friends are out grabbing nest checks on natives, so that if it does rain, we still have those figured out and we know what status they're at before it hits. So if we get cut off, it's fine. It just throws a wrench into field work sometimes. Because if I was just recreating, rain wouldn't bother me at all. My best squirrel hunting has been in the rain. I got 2 squirrels in that day, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I was in one little spot for like 2 hours, and one of them was a black squirrel, and it was a black squirrel I've been chasing for like a year. So that was a great time. Oh, that was a flush. Let's see. That was definitely a flush. I'm gonna mark this for sure. Right here. She was right here. But she could have been moving off of it. So it could be in any of this stuff too. Okay, I'm just gonna patrol through here real quick. But I don't want her to keep off the nest for too long. Hang on. Oh, there she is again. I'm gonna take a look at her real quick. Oh no. I think it might be a chestnut collard actually. I'm looking at it and it's starting to look like a chestnut collard to me. The females of their species kind of have like a shadow of the male of their species like in them, is what I found. Like almost like a juvenile. And I've noticed that with also the thick-billed longspurs also, that they kind of have that going for them too, but not as much. But I also see a male chestnut collard sitting on a bush nearby watching. So I think it is. But I marked it so we can check it later. That's a male right there singing. Well, I can't see him on here, but I promise he's there. Just saw a bird land. I think it was a male chestnut collard longspur. Let's see. He's in the grass. Yep, chestnut collard longspur. Foraging. Getting kind of close to that nest we were checking out earlier. Okay, rain is coming down actually quite a bit now. So I'm gonna head back to the car just because I'm gonna wait for this to pass. I'm not supposed to really be nest searching while it rains because we don't want to knock the females off the nest in bad weather, because it could be bad for nest success. So I'm gonna head to the car, turn it on, charge up a little bit, and then we'll get back on our nest searching game. Now, if the rain doesn't stop and it gets worse, then I'll probably end up just driving back, because this is the second point we're at after we already spent 2 hours at the last place. I don't know how long we've been here. We spent a decent amount of time here, but we have one more point to check out, and if we need to cut that one off, we can, but I'd rather not. So I drove down to this next spot, and I noticed there was a bunch of cows out, which is not the best to be searching in because it could cause a disturbance. And as I am doing that, you can hear it maybe, the rain picked up again. The rain stopped back there, and I drove over here and it was completely gone, and then the rain just picked back up again. So I'm gonna give it a little bit again before I go out and try searching this plot, but hopefully it calms down just enough so that I can actually go out there. Also, you can say hi to the cows right there. Man, that weather's bad. The rain died down a little bit. The cows are not having it. They don't like me here. They're surrounded by a bunch of aptly named cowbirds, brown-headed cowbirds. The cowbirds are obligate nest parasites. So what that means is that they lay their eggs in other birds' nests, and they have to. They don't make their own nests, and those birds hatch and kick out all the other nestlings, and then the mom will feed that one, and that's how they reproduce. The reason they do this is part of their natural history, because cowbirds were actually following bison herds around because they eat the insects that the bison attract, and they'll like pick them off their hide and stuff, and the bison herds would move constantly, and that would take the food source away from where a bird could potentially be nesting if it nested. So that would have decreased their ability to have viable offspring by like a significant amount. And now we don't have those giant herds of bison as much in the US anymore, but we do have cows. And so they do a similar thing with cows, but they've kept their nest parasite tendencies. But they're successful in a lot of different places because they no longer need to spend the resources to raise their own young. It's a very good strategy. Many people would call it cruel. So a lot of people don't like cowbirds because of that. But it's a fascinating part of their own history. And as humans, it's wrong for us to impose morals on things that can't have morals. So I think the hate is undeserved. Okay, I see where a female landed. I see a male landed on a red rock right out there. And then there's a tuft of grass to the right that she was foraging in, and she's going in and out of it. So I'm hoping that is where her nest is going to be. But if it's not, it's going to be annoying because it's going to be way off the plot. Or she's not nesting. That just flew off there. But that looks like a chestnut collard. Actually, a lot of these look like chestnut collards. Let's see here. Oh, that's such a pretty bird. Dude, chestnut collared longspurs are like the coolest looking birds. They're so cool looking. Well, that was a bust. Couldn't find the female or the male. And after I went over there and stuff, they all flew off the plot. They're eating and they're paired up 100%. And I'm pretty sure there's a nest nearby, but it might be off the point or off the plot. It's all on that one side. That looks pretty promising as long as they're in the point. As long as they're in the point. So let's hope they're in the point still when I head back there, but we're just gonna stake it out for now. So unfortunately, guys, it looks like the weather is getting worse. 2 tracks are getting really muddy, and in this truck, it's not the best one to get stuck out here. So I'm gonna start heading back now, but overall, pretty good day. As you can see, things just don't go to plan sometimes, but that's usually the case. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.